Hello and welcome to all my wonderful audience. Today we are back again with a new module and a new topic, that is business ethics. Myself Namrata Kishnani, Assistant Professor from Department of Management, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences, welcome you all to this module, introductory module of business ethics. Today we are going to study about the definition and the meaning of business ethics, nature of ethics, forces that shape ethics, why we should actually study about ethics, significance of ethics in the corporate world, and finally how this impacts the corporate world. So let's begin. The word ethics originated from ethos, meaning character or manners. It is a set of principles of right conduct. Philip Wheelwright rightly said, ethics is the branch of philosophy which is the systematic study of selective choices, of standards of right and wrong by which they are ultimately directed. Thus, business ethics is the study of business situations, activities and events, the decisions that in an everyday course a manager takes, guided by the right and the wrong choices, that is by the values, the judgments and the principles that they usually follow in the course of business while taking decisions during the business operations that are going to decide the future trajectory of the business. When we talk about the evolution of ethics in management, it is not a very old discipline. In 1960s, ethics was discussed as a domain of theology or philosophy, while in 1970s there was the advent of corporate social responsibility in the academic and the corporate discussions. Ethics was discussed in academic disciplines amongst the learned people. In 1990s, there was a need to develop an effective and internal legal and ethical compliances programs by the organizations to prevent the misconduct and ethical issues arising in the business through proper regulation. Of course, in the 21st century, we saw the entire discipline being evolved through a legal enforcement that was focusing upon social, environmental concerns, greater transparency in the financial operations, audit and governance of the corporates, and consumer protection issues with the increasing misconduct or ethical concerns in the corporate field. As we come down to nature of ethics, the field of business ethics concerns with questions about whether specific business practices are acceptable, that is as per the values, the belief system, the ideas and the judgments of the people and the the culture of the society, the culture of the corporate. It is associated with moral values and judgment that play a critical role in the ethical decision making, which is a complex process. Ethics deal with human conduct. The field of business ethics concern questions about whether the specific business practices are acceptable, that go along with the societal concerns and is in harmony with the employees, the customers, the stakeholders involved. Ethics is thus a branch of moral philosophy which is derived from religion, philosophies and culture. Business ethics comprises organizational principles, values, norms that originate from individual, the code of conduct of the organization and from legal system that primarily guides the individual and the group behavior in the world of business, that guides a business or a manager how to take decisions that is in societal welfare, that is in harmony with the society and the values of the society for the long-term sustainability of the business. Now, let us just look into forces that shape business ethics. business ethics are greatly influenced by the personal ethics, that is the beliefs and the value system of the individual, the moral development, the family background, the societal culture that influences an individual and his judgments. Next is the organizational system, that is the structure of organization, the code of ethics, the conduct, the policies and the rules laid down by the organization. Followed by the organizational culture, that is the founder of the organization, the leadership, the managerial role and the managerial positions, how they have conducted themselves, how they have set the ideals for the organization and its employees, how they are serving the customer and their orientation, their aims and objectives, their vision for the stakeholders. Followed by the external stakeholders, that is government regulation, the customers and the clients that influence the business ethics that are usually observed in an organization. Here comes the big question, that why should we study business ethics? What is the importance of business ethics in corporate? Whether a business should conduct business by ethics or for the profits. There have been numerous cases of ethical misconduct in the business cycles, in the business circles, that is with the misuse of the company's resources, abusive behavior, harassment of the employees, accounting frauds, the financial misconduct, conflicts of interest of the customers or the other stakeholders involved, defective products, bribery, employee theft and several others. There have been a tremendous decline in the ethical standards in the business cycles. There have been noticeable leak in the ethical behavior and the code of conduct followed by the business organizations. There have been loose ends at the public accountability and the consumer integrity by huge corporates for self-interest. Thus, it becomes imperative to study and to ensure that business ethics are followed by companies in their operations according to the applicable laws of the land, to resolve conflicts and for protection of legal liability that maintains the company's respect among its peers and the customers at large, the society at large, the stakeholders involved, that is the customers, employees, suppliers, distributors, government and the community, creates a long-term sustainability relationship, a long-term sustainable relationship and trust if the organization is conducting the business for the social welfare and the community welfare at large. So, we come to the answer, that is the significance of ethics in the business world. The employee commitment and the loyalty, where the employees are assured that the organization is looking into their individual and the organizational interest. It results into better performance and productivity of the employees in the larger interest of the consumers, the organization and community at large. The customer loyalty and the confidence, wherein the customers know about the good quality products delivered at good prices by the organization, creating trust and confidence in them. That creates a good reputation and image of the organization at large. It is going to attract more investments and funds from the investors for expansion and for larger interest of the organization for their growth and diversification, that finally leads to revenue, growth and profitability of the business and long-term sustainability of the business. Thus, with this we come to an end of this module with a defined quote by Linda Fisher Thornton, who said that you won't find ethical leadership in the rule books. It is in deep commitment to good that drives our choices and transforms our organizations. Thus, we can elaborate the same, saying that the organizational interest is in following ethics for long-term sustainability and trust with its stakeholders. With this, we come to an end of this introductory module of business ethics. Looking forward to the next in coming days very soon. Thank you.